Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Erica with Memory Box Candle Co. and I make videos all about making and selling candles. And I actually got some new glasses, so these are them, and they are way too big on me. So typically if I were to look down, they would slip off my face. So I put on my headband to make sure that didn't happen. So I just decided to wear them for today's video. But today's video is going to be all about candle curing. So we're going to talk about what is candle curing. We're going to talk about some scientific facts behind it, and we're also going to talk about how long I cure my candles before I sell them. So if you are relatively new to candle making and you're not too sure what curing means, in a very simplistic definition, it just basically means the time of the candle turning from a liquid into a solid and continuing to harden throughout the life of the candle. And actually, when I first got started with candle making, I was under the impression that curing a candle was solely for a stronger hot throw. But I have soon learned that the hardening process and the cure time also affects the wick performance. And before I go any further in today's video, I do have to give a huge shout out to Kevin from Armitage Candle Company. I have learned so much from his channel. He's very scientific the way that he talks about things. So a lot of the information that I am going to be providing in today's video is coming directly from his channel. So I have to make sure to give him full credit for that because I am not scientific at all. So I definitely learned from him. So I will have his channel linked in the description box below. So what I've learned from Kevin is that soy wax is actually polymorphic, and this is a really big word, but basically what it means is that it forms all of these tiny little microscopic crystals, and these crystals will react differently and unevenly depending on the cure time and any kind of temperature changes. So during the curing process of a soy wax candle, there's a few things that are happening. The first one is that the hot throw will increase over time because the fragrance oil molecules will have more time to actually disperse throughout the candle during that curing process. And also the wax is going to harden. So the wax is going to be softer after the first day or two of you having poured that candle versus a few weeks out after you've poured that candle. And the hardness of the wax will affect the performance of the wick. So this is why it's so important to wait a couple weeks after you've made your soy wax candle so that you can get a more accurate representation after the wax has had a little bit more time to harden so that you can really see how the wick is going to perform with that wax in that jar. And I know you guys, I know that it can be extremely frustrating. You get so impatient, you just want to test it and see, but it's so important to continuously test throughout the process because we don't know how long it's going to take for our customers to actually burn our candles. It could take months and months down the line, and we want to make sure that we know exactly what it's going to look like when it burns, whether it's 2 weeks out, 2 months out, 6 months out, whatever it's going to be. Just make sure that you are continuously testing throughout the process to see what it looks like in the long run. And then when it comes to me with testing, I usually wait about a week and a half to 2 weeks to start testing my candles. And then like I was saying before, I will continuously test them from there. I know in my last video, I did a 24-hour cure time burn test. That was just for fun. It's not typical to get an accurate result. It was just for fun. I really was just kind of testing to see what the wicks look like at that point, and then also to see if I could get any kind of hot throw, which I did, so that was a lot of fun. And then when it comes to selling my candles, I will typically list my candles for sale about 5 to 7 days after I've made them. And then, I mean, guys, it takes anywhere from a couple of days to a couple of months to actually sell them. So you never know how long it's actually going to take your candles to sell. So I will give that minimum amount of time. That way it will account for shipping time. And then by the time it gets to the customer, hopefully it'll be around that 2-week mark. So that's my goal, is to have that minimum 2-week cure time by the time it actually gets to the customer. But anyways, guys, I really hope you enjoyed today's video and that you learned something. If you did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up as well as subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And don't forget to follow me over on Instagram at MemoryBoxCandleCo. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.